Those are three things you can do really to dwell with the Most High. But if you're going to dwell with the Most High, there's something that I really wanted to focus on that I think we forget sometimes. And that is, how would you act if you were physically in the presence of the house of the Lord? Is it possible to be faithful when you're standing in the presence of the living God? You see, I've noticed after a lot of years of working with high school students that some of you need a big dose of confidence. But I've also noticed that most of you don't. Sometimes we spend most of the novice year trying to build confidence in these kids. And then we spend the next 4 years trying to reverse that whole process. You know, our egos get in the way. It's true with all of us. You know, when someone comes to you to correct you about an attitude or behavior, are you submissive and humble, or are you defensive? Where is your ego? And the question is, if you are dwelling with the Most High, can you really dwell with the Most High and have an attitude? Can you dwell with the Most High and have his ego? You know, I've said this before, probably other send-offs, that I've noticed sometimes when alumni come back to judge, and by the way, I love alumni judges. When I was a student, I loved getting judged by former debaters. Because I could talk jargon and talk fast, and they seemed like that okay, you know. But I'm amazed oftentimes the alumni come back, and some come back with a spirit of humble service. But some alumni come back with the idea that it's all about them. They're coming back to remind everybody how great they were. And by the way, the longer it's been since you debated, the greater you were. The longer it's been since you did that oratory, the greater you were. I was an amazing debater in high school, by the way. You know, we joke about it, but it's true. You know, they got the panel of judges, and there's a community judge and a parent and an alumni. You know, and the community judge, after judging philosophy, and in 10 seconds they're done. And the parent judge, you ask the judging philosophy, and in 20 seconds they're done. And you ask the alumni they're judging philosophy, and you get an 8-minute constructive speech. Right? See, the trouble is, it's easy to be full of ourselves. We want to be recognized. We want attention. Could you really have that mindset if you were in the house of the Lord? The presence of God was thundering over you. You need to live your life, as Psalm 91 says, dwelling in the shelter of the Most High, dwelling with Him. And we need to make sure we have that attitude every single day, because we're supposed to dwell with Him every single day. Well, if we're living with the Most High, we're Bible reading, we're prayer, we're worship, we're being humble, we've left our forensics egos behind. Now what? Well, we need to preserve that faith. And one of my hearts is that I watch a lot of kids graduate. I see a lot of people go off to college and work and career and marriage and a whole bunch of things. And I'm always astounded at how many of you guys walk away from the Lord in your college years or your adult years. Now, the verdict is still out because there's time for all those kids that walked away to walk back. But you know what? What a waste to spend time not dwelling with the Most High. How do you preserve that? See, you guys, especially the debaters, are maybe more subject to this, but maybe your apologists are too. You think you have all the answers. You think you're secure in your faith. You think you can answer the evolution question. You think you can answer the Trinity question. Now let me tell you this, debaters, you have not heard, nor do you know, the best arguments. You have not even heard yet the best arguments against your faith, nor have you heard the best arguments for your faith. And for a lot of you, you're going to go off to college, and you're going to find a college professor or friends who are brilliant and who are entertaining. And they may have written the textbook and have 12 PhDs. And a lot of them are going to have challenges to your faith and arguments you've never heard. And some of you will fold. Others of you will play the real debater and go out and research the case and see if there is a better argument. Have you noticed in debate, a lot of times at the beginning of the year, you have your affirmative and you do pretty well with it. You win a lot of rounds the first term. But then what do your opponents do? They go out, they research, they get better answers. and they come back in the next tournament, you lose a lot with your affirmative. Does that mean your affirmative is worthless? Does that mean you've been trumped permanently? No, all it means is they did a little more work, so what do you have to do? You have to figure out how to answer the answers. And I think sometimes we have a mindset, and maybe as parents and homeschool, we train this mindset, that people that don't hold the Christian worldview are somehow unintelligent. It's easy to get that impression. Folks, there are brilliant people who don't hold the biblical Christian worldview. Do you realize there are brilliant people who are right and there are brilliant people who are wrong? And the brilliance does not necessarily make a difference. So don't let the brilliance of your professors or the world blow you away. And for a lot of you, the desire to conform, the desire to be successful, will cause you to crumble. That peer pressure is powerful. Persevere, preserve your faith. I love that passage, Psalm 91. I mean, the most powerful part to me is just the first verse. He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. But over in verse 13, it says, if you do all these things, you will tread upon the lion and the cobra. You will trample the great lion and the serpent. See, it's not just enough to come to Christ. It's really not sufficient to worship Him. You need to serve Him. And Christ is a conquering army. The church is to be a conquering army. And if you're following the lead of the Lord, if you're following Scripture, you will tread on the serpent. You will tread on the lion. That means you'll have more power. You will overcome them. And if there's any doubt, the second part of verse 13 says you're going to trample not just the lion and the cobra, but you will also trample the great lion and the serpent. That's Satan himself. You know, if you go to Matthew, there's the account where Jesus asks Peter, who men say that he is?